Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Turf Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Gabe Dowd, and joining me are my two co-hosts, not Big Wop, not Crockpot, not Nick Walters. He is well overseas in Norway, competing for the U.S. national team, going to win himself. What do they win in karate? I don't know what they do. Is it medals?
Medals.
Is it medals?
Yeah,
He's going to bring home gold for the Turf Talk Podcast. But to my right is Talia Nori, the camera assistant, the Miss Do It All for us, the behind the camera. She gets it all done, the BTS. Well, instructing Nick how to just be on camera and be a human being.
Not breathe into the microphone.
He doesn't know, like, scooch in, be on camera, look at the camera.
Frame, so I'm always like,
I mean, how many times do you wave to him just to smile and, like, get his attention when he, like, I mean,
lot.
Talia
Usually
does
during
more
the
than given
beginning.
credit for, that's for sure. And to my left is the man himself, the man who's never missed an episode.
There it is.
Mr. Consistent, Mr. Reliable. Don't do it. Let me get it. Dami Salami, a.k.a. Dom Capuano. She wanted to throw in your face that you missed because of your car, but I'm not going to count it.
None of us were here for that day.
Exactly. That's why I'm not going to count it. I'm the only one who really missed 2 full days, and Nick's
I
missing
also
2
haven't
full days,
missed a day
too.
then if we count that then.
I'm not going to count that, though, because that was last week's schedule. The show came out just as planned, but last week's schedule was like a life hit, and we had to make do with what we were given.
Yeah.
That's what last week was. But you know what? Just because Nick is not here does not mean we're going to go off schedule. I'm going to start off the show asking us how our week's been. So, Talia, ladies first. How are we doing?
I feel special.
You know, you don't know a lot of football. You know more than we think.
Dang.
But
me personally, I wouldn't take that.
But no,
That's
but
true,
more
though.
what I'm getting at is I
That's
want the
true.
people to get to know Talia. How's her week going before we get to the show? And
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
got
yeah, okay, so shut
Yeah.
up and let her talk.
Okay, my bad. Shit.
Week's going pretty good. Working. I for Halloween I dressed up as a dwarf. I was sleepy, so at my tables, of course, because I'm a waitress. I slept at my tables and pretended to sleep on them. They love that. And yeah, other than that, my week's been good. Went to a little Halloween party Saturday,
We got
just
lit.
as a pirate.
We did get lit. Yes, it was a good time.
Absolutely, it was a blast.
How does it feel to be on this side of the camera?
Feels weird. I
does
haven't been
feel
on
weird?
this in so long.
I know it's been.
And
Well, we were in the
finally,
basement.
Like, on camera.
We were in the basement for the last one. So now, you know, it's like you actually have to be in front of the lights at the desk, mic in front of you, not some like, I don't want to say ghetto because I loved our old setup. Our old setup was how we started.
It was ghetto.
But
it was ghetto.
Well,
nonetheless,
ghetto are these
are you excited?
headphones,
You've
'cause
got
they make your
this week.
ears extra
and,
warm.
dude, the headphone, it's not easy. Hearing yourself while you talk and it
No,
being
they're
on your
extra
head.
warm. I think I blame Nick for it.
Nick,
though.
yeah, he definitely probably warmed them up. Even in
They're
Norway.
preheated.
Even in Norway, he's still preheating the setup. Because, you know, if he walked in here, he'd be complaining that it's hotter than hell. But,
Oh yeah.
Dom, passing it to you. How are we doing this week?
School has, what, I think 4 weeks left
I'm
of
so
actual
excited.
school with
Oh
Thanksgiving
my
break.
God, I'm so excited.
So I'm just looking forward to that, counting down the days.
We were just talking about before we started recording.
Literally, yeah.
We cannot wait to grind out the show, live life again, be people again, and not robots
It
in
is
society.
November 4th already.
No more Halloween decor.
We had daylight savings on November 2nd.
did.
And so I got amazing sleep the first day on November 2nd. I woke
needed
up well refreshed. Well, now I can't sleep past 6:30 because that's when the sun comes up.
It is,
So
yeah.
I'm up every morning at 6:30 and I have not slept more than 5 hours because of that. Thank you very much, daylight savings. I greatly appreciate it.
Dom, I
getting
love you,
dark
but
at
it sounds
4
like no
o'clock.
matter what, you're just not happy. Are you?
I'm never happy.
Are you the Scrooge?
Yep, I'm the Scrooge, but the Scrooge that likes Christmas. So like the Rouge.
Scrooge that likes Christmas. I'll take it. I feel like I said this on one of our last episodes. I had another surprise exam today on climate change, stream flow, and calculating the percent change and other change.
What he's saying is
and
he's
I-
making
yeah.
excuses for missing all the blockbuster trades that happened at around 3 p.m.
I wasn't getting to that, but yes, I was not available in the group chat while Nick and Dom were breaking down the Sauce Gardner trade, which we will get to, and
Rashid
many more,
Shaheed.
and many
That we'll
more.
also get to.
I was not present for them. I got to hear them as I sat there and guessed away on 25 exam questions, in which he said rip off the front sheet where you write down your answers. When I went to do it, I accidentally ripped the whole sheet in half, so he had to go down to his office and print me a whole new 5-page packet just for me to turn it in today. One of the last students there, and I can tell you confidently, I don't think I did too hot. So having 93 in the class, I really hope cushions me, because you know we're approaching near the end of the semester, so I'm running out of chances to keep that grade up above an A. But nonetheless, fuck school. We're almost done. Can't
That's why
just
I'm
do
glad
football.
I'm not in school.
Yes, Talia
Dang.
decided to go get her bread up rather than stick through the hell that it is. And
wasn't
there are
doing that.
days that I regret it. You know, you got bigger pockets than I got at the moment. So
Well, in the end, hopefully you'll have bigger pockets in the future.
I hope so. I do hope so. That's the goal. That is the goal. But without further ado, it is episode 53, and for episode 53, we're going to be giving you our week 9 reactions. I cannot believe it is week 10, but we're giving you our week 9 reactions. We're also going to be having Talia do her blind ranking of the top 10 teams based on what she's heard and what she's seen over the last 9 weeks of her getting into football at a more serious rate. We are also going to have her highlighting her fantasy team, as this is the first year she's done not only a fantasy league, but a paid fantasy league in which she is first, and well, I'm last.
Yeah.
I am.
You're not last? No, you're fourth now.
Fourth.
I checked it today.
I was like sixth, so maybe I'm climbing the ranks.
yeah, yeah.
I'm 2 weeks on a win streak, so maybe that'll help me up a little bit. But no, we're gonna have Talia highlight her strategies, what's got her there, and our Turf Talk host responsible for the success. And as always, we've got more planned, but you need to stay tuned and you need to stick along for the ride. So without further ado, Dom, take us away for episode 53.
So with my absolute favorite team, the Broncos, and the oldest man ever to play in the NFL,
Fantastic 40s, baby.
41-year-old veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis
Yes,
was
sir.
signed to the Broncos. If he touches the field and makes a snap, he will be the oldest tight end by, I
did.
believe, 6 years.
This past weekend against the Texans, he had 2
He
snaps.
is the
yeah.
oldest tight end by 6 years to ever take a snap on an NFL field.
You know, he didn't do anything this week, but might I add, Joe Flacco at 41 years old is making, noise in the NFL. So why Mercedes Lewis can't do it? This is just me trying to be optimistic because we didn't make a move today, and I'm heartbroken. I really wanted Denver to go out there and get a pass catcher, an
Never
inside
mind, I was
linebacker,
wrong.
or something.
He broke the record by 1 year. It was 40 previously.
Regardless, he is old. He's
Either
up
way,
there.
41 is insane.
But Mercedes Lewis, welcome to Broncos country. Let's ride.
This is what the Broncos needed to fix all of their receiving
Oh
problems.
yeah, this is gonna make Bo look like the next Tom Brady.
Yep,
I'm convinced.
This will fix Cortland Sutton's
for
drop
sure.
issue.
Oh, this is gonna make his accuracy better too.
Oh,
In
yep.
case you're wondering, he can't throw over 45 yards. So this is
This will get the passing game
This will
going.
get it going.
This is his new number one.
yeah.
That's terrible.
Stop.
Next
Don't
up,
highlight it.
we have the Lions are extending superstar pass rusher Aiden Hutchinson to a 4-year deal, which is absolutely well-deserved,
Fully deserved.
and he got paid.
Talia, I know you may not recognize the names, but I did have you
recognize
rewatch.
the second name.
I did have you watch the Lions and the Vikings tape today just to familiarize. Granted, the Lions did lose. But
Yes.
Aiden Hutchinson, just so you know, for future reference, if anyone wants to talk to you about the Lions for some odd reason here in New England,
Yeah.
he is their best defensive player, if not the best defensive player in the NFL. This contract, we have been speculating since the summer. This is fully deserved, and the way he is playing coming off of that gruesome injury from last season tells me that every penny is
I
worth
would take Aiden Hutchinson over Myles Garrett.
it.
Hot
Right
take.
now, for sure. With how we could talk about that. That could be a whole episode in itself. Did the Packers mess up? Is Micah Parsons going to be able to be what we all thought he's going to be? Are they going to be able to still be a threat in the NFC?
I was talking Myles Garrett, but Micah Parsons.
You said Micah
too.
Parsons too.
No,
thought.
I said
You
Myles Garrett. Yeah.
Well, I would take him over Micah
I
Parsons right now too.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with
absolutely.
you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be so honest with you.
absolutely.
See, I thought you had that. I thought I had the thought in my head because I was going to get to that with the Packers liner today.
Yeah.
But either way, both names. I would take him over either of them right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Bears making some moves.
They had a
They've
huge game this
signed
week.
Free agent safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson that will maybe help their defense stop something.
So for your information, if you're not aware, this is his third team this season,
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
he has not been
He
on
was
a
a-
team
my
since
God.
leaving. He has not made it on a team for more than 3 weeks at a time. So I'm going to ask both of you, over under 2 weeks before he's released.
I think the Bears will keep him.
You think they're going to keep him?
Yes, just
I'm
because
gonna
of their
take the
defensive
No, I'm
struggles.
going under 2.
Yeah, I
as
think he'll be
well.
released by Friday.
I think
Before
they'll
this
keep him.
next week,
I
probably.
think they'll keep him because why would they sign him?
Why'd the Ravens sign him?
That's true.
Like,
didn't wanna sign him.
you all sign with hopes like this is gonna work, and then you get it and you're like, damn, he is not what he was on the Eagles. I would like to think he still is, but maybe
we
there's
can
more
hope.
we don't
We
know.
can
Go
hope.
back
I
to
think
the
he'll find a
Eagles.
home. The Bears
He
know
was
how to make
great on the
mistakes.
Eagles. He was
He should
fantastic
go
on the
back. He
Lions.
should go back then.
We said this 3 weeks ago. We all said that he needs to go back to a team that knew how to use him and could keep his behavior in check.
Well, you could say that about a lot of people, including, was it?
You had a brain fart. I saw your
I
eyes right
did
there.
have a
Just
brain
completely
fart.
forget.
God,
The
what's
candy
his
and the
name?
chocolates
I
get
was
in your
gonna say the
brain.
candy.
Yeah.
Seahawks linebacker / safety that is on
Jamal Adams.
Yes, Jamal
Yeah.
Adams.
Yeah.
Could argue him with that.
With the Raiders, that didn't work out too hot, did it?
Yeah.
That hasn't done much recently. But time will tell, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
We'll tell.
Time will tell.
Next up, the Dolphins, the next most relevant team in the league, and general manager Chris Greer have mutually agreed to part ways amid recent struggles.
I hate this because mutually agreed means they're tired of it. They had to get rid of him, but the nicest way to do this, to the media at least publicity-wise, would say we mutually agreed to part. No.
They
You
also
guys
came out
suck.
and said that Mike McDaniel is going to be the head coach for at least the rest of the season.
How? Look, I understand the market's pretty dry right now for coaches. There's not a lot out there. It's slim pickings. But what are you going to do with McDaniels in the current state? The locker room has lost hope in him. He seems as if he's lost hope in his own talent. And you didn't make any massive moves today, a.k.a. giving up Waddle for a first-round
Yeah,
pick.
you watch the press conferences after every game.
So-
It's terrible. Even Tua.
What confidence and what are they holding on to that they think he can still be at the realm of this by just
It could
replacing
be
the general
there's
manager this season.
No other viable
Or
option.
this offseason, rather. And like I said, that's the same thing with the Giants. I say you can't fire Brian Dale because what else would you hire?
Yeah.
But, like, you not get rid of the GM. How are you going to keep the coach and go hire a new general manager?
Yeah,
It's a weird situation. I'm not really sure how it goes.
The Dolphins are weird from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, the Dolphins are going to be the Dolphins.
They
This
should
is how it
strip
would
down
go.
and just rebuild.
What the Jets are doing is the model of what the Dolphins need to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the Patriots, unfortunately for them, this is great for the Patriots and the Bills. But the Dolphins and the Jets need to just call it quits and restart.
Realistically, after the season, they should be getting rid of Tua. They should have gotten rid of Jalen
They're talking
Waddle
about
already.
cutting him.
Yeah, which is crazy. Which I think
You
they
gotta
should
extend
trade him.
They extended to a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
2 years ago, and now they're talking about cutting him. It's crazy. It's absurd.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, next up to the most relevant team in the league, number one in the
Number
power
one.
rankings in NFL,
The official
Seattle
power rankings.
Seahawks. At 3 p.m. ish, I got a notification from none other than our favorite guy. What's his name? I can't remember.
Which one?
Adam Schefter.
Shefty? Yeah.
Adam Schefter
It's either him
popped
or
up
Ian
on my
Rappaport.
screen. And the Seattle Seahawks have traded for wide receiver Rashid Shaheed from the Saints. They got him for a 4th round and a 5th round pick.
You know what scares me
And-
about this? You already have JSN, the best receiver in the NFL. You already have Cooper Kupp, who can step up when need be. One of the smartest veterans in the game. You have Torrey Horton on the rise, 2 receiving touchdowns this past game.
Tied with Emeka Buka.
And now you're trading for Rashid Shaheed, who will take the top end off of any defense.
Speed.
I mean,
what
you
it
saw
is.
what he did in the first 4 weeks with Derek Carr last year before
Yeah.
he got hurt. This
Yeah.
player is a lot more than what it sounds.
And we got him for cheap. I think this is a trade that benefited both sides.
It's such a cheap
Because
deal
a 4th
that-
and a 5th is not bad for a receiver that Rashid Shaheed can be. And I think for the Seahawks, especially being spread so thin last week with Cooper Kupp out and Jake Bobo, and there was one more receiver who was out, we only had what we had. We had to elevate 2 guys from the practice squad to come play. So
This
with
is Clint
adding
Kubiak
this-
going to get back his guy, too.
which Clint Kubiak has played with Rashid Shaheed on the Saints last year.
He coached him.
So this is some reunion going on, and guess what? We saw some reunion with Sam Darnold and Clint Kubiak, and
And it
that's only
worked.
worked out so far. So I love this trade personally. I know there's a lot of critiques out there saying why.
I love it.
I
love
also think the Seahawks maybe should have acquired some more defensive depth by this trade deadline.
But do you think? I mean, you made a point to this today over the group chat.
So our green dot helmet where Ernest Jones
Yeah.
got hurt last game,
Yeah.
and he has been literally the heart of our defense. He was our play caller.
yeah, he's the play caller. He's the leader. He's
Amazing.
The voice
He
of that
led.
side
He
of
led
ball.
the NFL in tackles. He's so good. Ball hawk. He came out with what looked like a minor knee injury. When I saw the replay, it wasn't unless the guy landed on his
As
leg
far as
and
right now, it's
tweaked his
week to
knee.
week, and that's the hope.
Yeah, and Mike McDonald came out in the press and said it's not season it's not season ending. However, we won't know the full extent until the
MRI.
MRI comes
Yeah.
out tomorrow.
Yep.
So on Wednesday, November 5th, we will know for sure how long he's out for. I pray he's back.
I was gonna say you have to hope with both the performance of this past week and the news from the presser.
Yeah.
That the lack of trade in the defensive side of the ball means there's optimism in what's already in the unit.
Absolutely.
And I mean that's a fair draw.
with Josh Jobe going
So-
out with a concussion, we saw Tariq Woolen come back in, and
Yeah.
he played fantastic in
stepped
that
up
game.
big time. Yeah.
So I do have hope. I mean, my defense is phenomenal. We
Mm-hmm.
saw it against the Commanders, and I hope Rashid Shaheed just adds to the offense, and we
I cannot wait to see.
Make a
Like I
Super Bowl
said,
run?
we watched Sam Darnold rip a 60-yard pass to I cannot remember the receiver's name. That's what I'm saying. He's just giving the ball to everyone on that team.
Torrey Horton.
I would no, it wasn't Torrey. We'll get to it in the game.
Elijah
I have it
Arroyo?
down. But to see him now get this weapon,
there was
I mean,
two
this
people
is
in this game. 2 people. We'll get to it when we say the game, but there was 2 receivers
this
in
is
this
the
game.
equivalent to Mahomes
that
having
got their
Xavier
first
Worthy
touchdown.
on the offense.
Yeah,
Having
arguably.
that speedy option can
Tyreek
it's a
Hill?
game changing. Yes, it's a game changing player.
Yeah,
So I'm excited. I cannot wait to see how this works.
but we'll talk about that more later.
yes.
Next up, the Egos.
Egos. They have an ego after this past week. I mean,
Yeah.
damn. After these moves, shit, they better have an ego going.
The Eagles have traded for the following. Defensive back Michael Carter, which the Jets received wide receiver John Mechie and a 2027 6th-round pick.
The Jets, I'm not gonna lie, I'll get to this. I think they did a good job with this managing this week.
Oh my God, they fleeced the crap out of the Colts.
But yeah,
That's quote unquote what Nick said, and I agree with him completely.
I mean, it's not far fetched, that's for sure.
Yep. And quarterback Jair Alexander from the Ravens, in which the Ravens received a 2026 6th-round pick.
Not huge competition for what he used to be back in the day, but I mean, it's defensive depth, which I guess the Eagles presume they need.
Yep.
So.
And D-end Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins.
This one's eye catching. When healthy, this man is insane. The pressure he will cut. But, like, so there's the only thing, and I'm surprised you haven't said this yet. The Eagles let go of every pass
I was
rusher
just about to say,
they
you
had
read my
last
mind.
offseason.
Yep.
And when I forget his name, but when he went to the Cardinals, it was the first player that you had mentioned. And they have since tried this revolving door of trying to replace him. You get Brandon Graham out of retirement, not enough for you yet. You go and get Zadarius Smith, he retires on you. And now you trade for defensive end Jalen Phillips, who when healthy is
the
worth
Eagles,
the risk.
and you let go of arguably, except for Cooper DeJean and maybe one other guy, let go of your whole defense. Now you're scrambling to replace them by the trade deadline. It doesn't make sense. I don't get why they wouldn't have just kept the pieces they had and paid them. I get you can't pay everybody, but you didn't have to gut your defense like that and start from just Cooper DeJean. So
I'm trying to figure out who was it let go because I don't know why my brain's just slipping right now.
I'll recognize
Josh Sweat.
Yeah, Josh
Sweat.
Sweat. Yes.
You
Josh
let
Sweat
go
had a
of Josh-
huge
yeah.
Super Bowl game, and
Yeah.
you let go of him.
Yep.
Why? Now he's balling out on the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's
Heard his name this past weekend
but
against the Cowboys. Not past weekend, past Monday. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday. Wow, that was a game and a half right
Yeah.
there. But yeah. No, I like this trade. I like the initiative. Howie Roseman, we said it a couple weeks ago. We made a clip out of it. You are the best general manager in the National Football League. These moves show that you give a shit. These moves show that you saw weakness in this Super Bowl reigning championship team, and now you're going to correct them. And hell, from week 10 on, you might be what we saw last year.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait to see how these trades unfold.
Yeah.
I mean, these are a lot of names that
Scary for the Eagles.
this is
Scared
scary for
of
the
the
NFC.
Eagles, yeah.
Scary for the NFC.
Yeah.
Scary for the NFC, for sure. Now, Talia is going to hit us with some of the sad news that happened this week. The NFL this year has taken a hit with injuries. Talia, let us know what injuries we suffered this past week.
All right, to start off with, we have the Jags have placed wide receiver and cornerback Travis Hunter on IR after a knee injury suffered in practice.
It's such a
huge.
poor timing.
In practice, too.
In practice.
Yeah.
And he just
IR,
came off
that's
a
at least 4
decent game,
weeks.
too.
Yeah.
They're finally getting this kid in a rhythm, and
It's
now
the only piece the Jags have on
Yeah,
offense.
it's-
what kept them alive.
I mean, they have BTR, but
yeah, but that's run game.
I mean, shit, they just had him on the trade block, quote unquote. I mean, we saw from so many reports, then he wasn't, then he was. So I don't know. But then you go and trade, who we'll get to in a minute. I won't say it now, but we'll get to it. They trade for someone, which I'm assuming is to fill this role right here. But
Yeah.
sad situation nonetheless.
And then we have QB Jaden Daniels has suffered a dislocated arm during Sunday night's football game versus the Seahawks. He is, I can't read it on my glasses. He will be placed on IR after an MRI.
Yeah, so I mean, unfortunately, God, I don't know if I'm
so
sure
they
everyone saw the video.
actually came out with a report that said he didn't tear anything.
No, it's just
It
a
is
complete
just
dislocation.
a complete
Yes.
dislocation. So they popped it
They
back.
popped it
into
right
place,
back
and they
in,
said
put
he
the
will
air
be
cast
back.
on. The hope is that he will go on IR and be back by the last week or two of
Yeah.
the season.
So they
But
actually re-showed this play live in slow motion
God, it
up
was
close, and
disgusting.
I don't think they noticed
God.
how bad it was until it was already on
So
live
bad.
TV.
Oh my god.
His arm was bent
The other
in a
opposite
way.
way.
I
an
saw
arm
it.
should
No,
never
I
be
saw
bent.
it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was terrible. And we'll get into more of it, but for
Oh,
this,
yeah,
the
we're covering this
Commanders,
game.
just the blow that they've taken, just this one game.
It gets worse. Talia hit us with the next one.
The Commanders cornerback Marshawn, how do you say that? Lattimore is feared to have torn his ACL as well during their pre-time game.
Yeah, I mean,
Or primetime game.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
primetime.
can't
Yeah,
read.
but no, you lose your starting corner, you lose your starting quarterback, and you lost your wide receiver Luke McCaffrey. to a
Yeah,
broken
on the
collarbone.
opening kickoff,
I mean,
he got
it is-
smushed.
It is
He got-
just an
he got
unfortunate
pancaked.
turn of events for Dan Quinn and the Commanders.
Yeah.
in the most beautiful uniforms I've seen in such a
Yeah,
long time.
they were
too.
good looking.
I mean, I have a couple change requests for that uniform, but we won't get into
Yeah,
that.
now
this
we
episode.
get to watch Marcus Mariota for the next.
So that's
at
what I
least
want to
4
get
weeks.
to. Dom said there is likely possibility that Daniels comes back, but I would not do it if you're not in position to get into the
Your
wild
playoff
card.
window will close by the time he has the. 'Cause
If Mariota can't get this team rolling quick,
you place a player on IR, they're gone for at least 4 weeks.
Yep.
That's league rules. So putting them out 4 weeks will bring us to week 14 by the time we're talking about
14,
this again.
15,
at
and
least.
if you lose all those games from now to then, what does the NFC
yeah.
look like then for you?
If you lose half of those games, the Commanders already have a 3-5 record.
Yep.
It's not good.
And just to keep it worse in the NFC,
It's another torn ACL from Packers tight end Tucker Kraft.
this
He's
one is a blow.
be out the rest of the season.
Huge.
This one's terrible.
unfortunately.
We've only seen Tucker Kraft go up from where he's been the last year. He's been absolutely phenomenal and a
Dude, for the last 3
emerging
seasons,
star for
he has
this
turned
Packers offense.
He has the rise that George Kittle had.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that's what sucks. Is such a prominent figure in a position group that hasn't had a lot of spotlight in the last year, I feel.
Yeah.
There really hasn't been a guy to step up other than Brock Bowers. Again, who's been hurt. The other name that
Travis
comes
Kelce.
The other name that comes to mind is Trey McBride. Really didn't do much till last night and a couple weeks ago. So the one name that has just been a rolling, tire for this position group this year has been Tucker Kraft. And now you have the torn ACL. And what does this mean for the Packers? Or the defense is not what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons was supposed to transform this team as a whole and has yet to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So now you lose your star tight end. Jordan Love had a rather questionable game this past week.
Mm-hmm.
So
inconsistent.
the future is
I argued
dim
this
right now.
before the season even started when we had that segment of,
Kept talking about it.
of the hot seat quarterback
Yes.
edition. And I said, well, this is Jordan Love's year to prove it. And so far, I'd say he's done a pretty good job, but it's the inconsistencies that
And
continue
Nick
to plague him.
he said, can he do it? Sure. But will he? Probably not.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I hate saying this, but it's a product of the injuries
Yeah,
and
and
unfortunates
I
around him.
think it's going to come back to bite him when it means most.
But for all we know, we don't know. Maybe he'll turn it around and he'll thrive. But Matthew Golden's also been questionable with injuries off and on.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's just been a rough week for the Packers. Rough month for the Packers, really.
Romeo Doubs is shining, though.
And then another one right here. This one, another season ending.
Another season. The Chargers star
Left tackle.
That's what I was gonna say.
Really? You knew? Okay, I'm surprised.
Yes.
Good shit,
Come on,
Talia.
come on.
Good shit, Talia.
Get me on that just a little bit. I don't want to say his last name, but you know what?
Joe Alt.
Oh, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Is out for the season with an ankle injury.
So he had to get surgery done, and it's now season ending. It was just a prior.
It was a
MRI
high
and
ankle sprain that he came back from.
It was
going to
go on
one,
IR,
right?
and then and then he was going to go on IR because he re-aggravated it.
So
and
I
now
wonder
it's
if
become
they
season
rushed
ending
him
for
back
surgery.
too quickly in it.
Something we see happen a lot, unfortunately. Hamstrings are another one we talk about it all the time.
I have a point I want to make.
Yeah.
Going back to Jaden Daniels, I saw some posts online that it was people coming out and attacking Dan Quinn for having him in the
We're
game.
gonna get
with
to that.
7
We're gonna
seconds
get to
left.
that on the. Yeah, we're gonna get
We
to
are?
that during the game.
Should I
That's
wait?
why we're.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hold off.
Yeah,
then. I'll
because
hold
I'm gonna
off.
pose
I'll
that.
hold
That's
that
a
thought.
big question that we need to talk about. That's actually a big factor of the game we need to talk
Yeah.
about, and I'd like to see where all of our heads are at with that. Moving on back to the trade department as we hit our deadline today. The Chargers, in return for so Joe Alt out for the season. In return, Chargers go and trade for Saints offensive tackle Trevor Penning to fill in for their injured O-line who's been beat up. Rashawn Slater, remember, went down at the beginning of the season. Now Joe Alt. I don't know how Harbaugh is managing this team, but he's doing it, and I have to give him the utmost respect for how he's doing it. And way to go out there and quickly turn this around and figure it out to keep your room afloat.
Not as good as the 49ers are, though.
I mean, you're doing it with Mac Jones, too. And your crippled defense. It just, kudos to Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. Moving on, Steelers have released cornerback, and Dom, you might not like this, Beanie Bishop Jr., who had 4 INTs in his rookie season last year.
Wow.
Released.
I didn't hear that.
After a huge statement win on the Indianapolis Colts, they released Beanie Bishop Jr.
He was phenomenal last year. Oh, my God. Come to the Seahawks, please. We will take you for
I
that.
cannot wait to
please.
see where he goes and how long it takes to see where he goes.
I hope someone signs him. He was amazing last year. He was a rookie, too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, so quickly on, they're getting rid of him. Moving on back to the AFC, the Ravens are trading for an edge rusher that might not be big name to everyone, but when he was on the Broncos and hell, his time on the Seahawks, he does make big plays, but he's not consistent enough, which is why this has led to this.
This is the definition of the Ravens pickups in the past 2 years.
The
It's
Ravens
just
are
been
trading
veteran.
for Titans edge rusher Draymond Jones, which they will be sending a 5th-round conditional pick, which means it can turn into a 4th based on his stats and performance.
Yep.
Again, Draymond Jones, by no means what he was in his first 3 years with the Denver Broncos. By no means a fraction of what he was the first 8 games with the Seahawks. But he will step up and make those crucial plays that the Ravens are looking for in such a desperate time of need. So I am encouraged to see, can this change the defensive line for the Ravens a little bit or enough to give Baltimore that rolling, get the ball rolling on offensive. They're getting there. They got to win another belt this past week with Lamar back. Can you keep it going now? Can we get the defense on the same page as Lamar with the offense?
Yep.
Because that's what will matter most.
So Jerry Jones came out. Maybe yesterday, I think it was. He said he's not playing around anymore.
It was right after the loss to the Cardinals, too.
Yeah.
Right
he
after
said
the loss.
he's being aggressive. He's done playing around. He means it for real.
Cowboys are trading for Bengals inside linebacker Logan Wilson, who had been benched weeks ago.
Wanted to get off the Bengals very bad. I think this is a W pickup.
I asked you guys trade predictions. Where was he going? And neither of you ever thought Cowboys.
I would not expect the Cowboys
And
to pick
neither
him
did
up.
I. Neither did
Especially
I.
after getting rid of Micah Parsons. The last thing I thought they were going to do is go acquire people for their defense.
Jerry Jones, I love this, and we're not even done yet. Cowboys also trade for defensive lineman Quinnen Williams. The New York Jets receive a 2026 second-round pick and a 2027 2027 first-round pick and defensive tackle Motzie Smith. Wow. Jets, you're doing it. Slowly but surely, fans won't love it. But in 5 years, come back to this move. Cowboys, Jerry Jones, way to turn it around and show you give a shit after 2 heartbreaking losses to the Denver Broncos and the Arizona Cardinals, and not close games you got your ass handed to you defensively.
Maybe their defense won't be ranked 32nd
So to go out
anymore.
there, fix the inside linebacker room, fix the defensive line, and do it in such quick fashion shows a lot of hope and love for this team. A franchise that a lot of fans don't find hope in, really, to keep it short and frank with you. So Jerry Jones, this is the first time I've ever heard this and saw this in the group chat. Nick Walters, Big Wop, said he respects Jerry Jones after these 2 moves. And I can't agree more.
Hell, I do.
I
too.
love both these moves. Jerry Jones said it. We're a win now, which means you don't give a shit about draft picks. Trade them away. Go get the guys you feel you need right now to win football games, in which they did. Jags making a big move that I hinted at earlier. Traded for Raiders wide receiver Jacoby Myers. Raiders receive a 4th-round pick and a 6th-round pick in this coming year's draft. Now, we speculated where Jacoby Myers could land,
Thought he was landing
and the
Broncos.
Jags was not one of them. Unfortunately, we thought it was the Steelers or the Broncos, neither of which got him.
But you made the point earlier that it's to replace Travis Hunter.
Travis
He's
Hunter
on
goes
IR.
down. What do? You go and get him. You know, the Jags, they got rid of Christian Kirk a year or 2 ago. He's on the Texans now. So it seems like they've been looking for that 3rd receiver spot, and Jacoby Myers, hell, might be receiver 2 for the time being, at least the next 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So to me, it may not be the sexiest move, but this could be something that Liam Cohen can work with.
Hell, it'll help.
Yeah, it'll help. Patriots are signing free agent wide receiver Brendan Rice, son of Jerry Rice, Hall of Famer. He's already been cut from 2 teams. Maybe not the biggest move, but, worth talking about. Getting Drake May another piece. Does he make the team? Hell, does he play this weekend with Kayshon Boutte being down?
Oh, my God,
something
yeah.
to speculate on, which is why we brought it up. Back to the Jets. Dom talked on it earlier. The Jets, the splash move of 2025's trade deadline. The Jets traded Sauce Gardner to the Colts for Adonai Mitchell, a 2026 first-round pick, and a 2027 first-round pick. 2 first-round picks for arguably not the best corner in the NFL.
Sorry, the Colts got fleeced. I've been arguing since day one that Sauce Gardner is nowhere near.
A
an
lot
elite
of people
cornerback.
are going to be mad with you saying that.
I know,
Because
I don't
Sauce
think
is viewed
he's-
as one of the best.
I don't think he is.
But we've seen inconsistent play the last 2 seasons, and I think it's
I've
fair to
seen him
say
get
that.
burnt time after time again. How can you trade 2 first-round picks for inconsistent?
Now, granted, I do want to say this. As for the Colts, your biggest issue recently has been the secondary. So at least we're seeing them address that. Now, here's my concern. Yes, Danny Dimes is ripping it, but was getting rid of Adonai Mitchell worth fixing it with that level of a trade? Because now arguably, you could say Adonai has not added that much to the offense as they anticipated him being last year. Mind you, this is his 2nd year in the league. But I do think that there's question to be asked. Was it worth giving up a young receiver with so much potential because you have Michael Pittman? I think that this is some part of the trade that we need to
I
look
think
into.
2 first-round picks were far-fetched. I think it's even worse that they included another guy in the package.
That you drafted so high a year ago. Yeah,
Doesn't make sense.
I'd love to see where this trade goes, so I'm not going to give too much
I
opinion on it
I
now.
hope it works out for the Colts.
I was going to say, I hope it works for everyone. This is a splash trade. This should be the big trade of the year. So we'll see how it goes. I'll give you my further opinion, I guess, as I see both of these play out. I do feel bad for Adonai. Waking up 7-2 or 6-2 or whatever they are, 6-3 maybe, to now go to the Jets in such a franchise that's
1-7,
failing.
yeah.
So unfortunate for Adonai, but we'll see where this all goes and unfolds. Keeping with the Jets, I want to preface, they now today, leaving the trade deadline, have 2 2026 first-round picks, 2 2026 second-round picks, and 3 2027 first-round picks. Aaron Glenn and this front office is loaded with draft capital to rebuild this team and surround it with the players they feel fit.
Absolutely.
Do we think that this works out in the end? Do we think they finally made the move they looked for? Or
I
is
think
this
they're going to be
typical
played
Jets?
like the Saints, and they're never going to get out of the hole they get in.
I hope this works.
I think they've
I'm
dug
gonna
it so
believe in
deep
them.
over the past decade.
Dude, Talia has been the Jets' most hopeful
the-
picker for the last 8
game
weeks.
they won, I was like, nah, they're gonna win. Before the week started, I was like, the Jets are gonna win.
Did you
this
say that
week.
about the other 7 games too?
No.
Yeah,
No,
No.
no, I
sure.
promise I didn't. I just said about that one. I was like, this
You
is their week, and it was their
You
week.
fill Nick's spot very good. I just don't have to listen about how Justin Fields is the best fantasy quarterback.
Hey, listen,
Nick's not going to appreciate hearing that.
at least we're not hearing about Geno Smith anymore from you.
Ooh, that's true. That
fair
is very
point.
true.
I went back and was listening to
tortured
a lot of
yourself.
I did to a lot of the other
Old
the first
episodes.
ones, and it's Geno Smith this, Geno Smith that. Like he's the
It
best.
was one of my
blah, blah, blah,
one of
blah.
my first quotes ever on this podcast was Geno Smith is him, which he is not. Geno Smith.
You
is
also
fucking
you
It
terrible.
also
was.
took him over Jay Herbo in a
You
Would You
did.
Rather. The very first
I
ever
was
Would You
like,
Rather.
Okay.
I start hearing it. I'm
You
like,
guys would do that
Geno
too,
Smith.
especially Nick. Nick hates Justin Herbert.
Yeah, okay, if
think
I
he would
asked
take-
him Bo Nix over Justin Herbert, you know he's taking Bo Nix. Come on.
but if you asked him Geno Smith over Justin Herbert, who would he take?
Jay Herbo.
Yeah.
He hates Jay Herbo.
Doesn't matter. You're
Geno Smith
looking to
worse.
win. Geno's
Okay,
been
last
way
year
worse.
Geno. Last year Geno.
You're in
And
love
the-
with him.
Even more than in love. That was infatuation.
I know.
That was an
I was,
obsession.
I was listening to it.
I
was
remember
like, wow.
when me and Nick were through our
Ooh.
card phase, and me and both pulled some Geno Smith base cards at best. And this kid was like, "Oh, I'll take him off your hands," and he kept it on his little station for like the first 6 weeks of the show.
Yeah,
Where's that card at now?
probably in my lunchbox.
Is it actually?
I'm not even
That's
kidding.
So
it's probably
sad.
in my
That's
lunchbox.
where it belongs.
Lord.
Honestly, it's where it belongs.
I'll eat it when I get hungry one day.
Okay. To close out the trade deadline of 2025, Bears trade for defensive end Joe Tyron Shoyinka. I'm not sure I said that right. Nick's the guy who loves pronouncing his name. But either way,
This
Joe
will fix
Tyron.
the defense. This will stop
Whoa,
the
whoa,
Bengals
whoa!
from putting up
I
42
like Joe
points.
Tyron. He was great on the Bucks. He's on the Browns. He's overshadowed, and the Bears just came off a statement win over the Bengals. A win that has caused some very dramatic fucking reality TV for the locker room
Oh
of the
my God.
Bengals.
Chase
Jamar
Brown.
Chase and Chase Brown sounded off on the media today, or yesterday rather, or Sunday after the game. Sorry, my days are all wonky, but they sounded off to the media and they kept it blunt. And Jamar Chase said it: "Get a fucking stop."
I understand the frustration. I absolutely do. But you cannot say
You
that.
can't sound
about
off on the
your
other side of the
team.
ball.
Yeah,
You know, I'm gonna
that's
ask
your
Talia.
own team.
Yeah.
Someone who's not immersed in football day to day until within the last year or so. Say you're an offensive player
Yeah.
and you're doing everything. You're doing your job perfectly. Hey, you might be able to relate to this actually. You're
you.
doing your job perfectly, and someone else is weighing the performance down of the whole squad.
Oh, I get that completely.
Are you gonna call that person out, or are you gonna keep it to yourself, be professional, and move on?
I'd tell one of my other people to call them out.
Yeah, so, like,
instead.
no,
But I would
like-
I would try to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
them
but-
I
call
have
them
no
out
problem if
either way.
Jamar Chase and Chase Brown talk about this in their
add
free
a layer
time.
to this
Like-
analogy.
Yeah,
let's add a layer. Let's
feel
add a
free
layer.
if you can do it because
So
I need a better analogy.
the
now.
management doesn't give you the proper staffing that you need to do that job.
So that's exactly what I'm going through right now.
it is.
Because
And I get that.
I don't think that it's fair for Jamar Chase or Chase Brown to blame the defense when they have spent no capital on trying to fix it. So you get what you pay for. So
Quite literally. But in short, what happened this past week? The Bengals scored 42 points offensively.
Yeah.
The Bengals defense then let up like 45 to lose the game. When they were
Yeah.
playing their perfect. And Chase Brown and Jamar Chase, the guys on the offensive side of the ball for the Bengals, told the media, in short, the defense is fucking terrible.
yeah.
And I don't know what to do anymore.
Considering the quarterback had a what is it? A career high?
Joe Flacco is playing lights out football right now.
A career high, and guess what? You can
At
eat your words
41
there,
years old.
buddy.
You want to do it right now? I'll do it right now.
Do it.
Sir Joe Flacco, King Elite, Mr. 41-year-old, 800-year fossil fuel. Not fossil fuel. I'm stuck in my world lab exam.
Fossil fuel.
Fossil-
Yep. We burn them.
Body of bones, if you will. Joe Flacco, my
yeah.
guy.
Damn, that's terrible.
Former Broncos quarterback, Super Bowl
not that
winning,
old.
Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. You deserve all your flowers. I'm going to say right here, I sincerely apologize for my terrible words. I'm going to look for a worse word, but I'm not going to. Terrible words. 4 weeks ago, when I said that this was the most idiotic move the Bengals could have made, because boy have I been wrong. You've put up career numbers. You've scored more points than you're being paid to do, and you're keeping this team afloat at times where it shouldn't be. And well, quite frankly, you are the reason that Jamar Chase and Chase Brown are still alive
And
today.
we're keeping the narrative that the offense can get it done, but the defense can't stop shit. So that's why the Bengals will never win a good.
And what did
against
Zach
a good
Taylor
team.
do today? Trade away Logan Wilson. Wow.
Absolutely.
Yep, he was benched anyway, so it wasn't doing much for him. but-
Happy Tuesday to the Bengals fans. I hope y'all are doing great. Uday Nation, baby. God. All right. That was the trade deadline of 2025. Not as, exciting as I wanted it to be for myself, but nonetheless, we got a lot of moves.
Yep.
A lot of moves that could shape the NFL
Absolutely.
to be very differently in the coming weeks. Dom, we had the Chiefs and the Bills yet again, and it went our way. Thank God. Let us know
Well-
what happened this past weekend.
So the Chiefs faced off against the Bills, in which the Bills won in a pretty close matchup, 28-21, in which the Chiefs almost came back. Patty Mahomes throwing that bomb on the last play. But the narrative continues. The Bills win in the regular season, but the Chiefs come back and somehow win in the playoffs. A little bit weird. But Anyways, Bills dominated the Chiefs. You can't say anything else but
defense was lights
domination. 404 total yards, 263 of those which were passing, and averaged 6.3 yards per play. Rashee Rice, unlike previous games, did not look like him for himself.
Oh my God, Rashee Rice, you are him. You are the number one receiver in Kansas City. You've opened up the offense for everyone around you. But stop me when I'm wrong. The Chiefs' run game, pitiful. I know Pacheco's hurt.
It's been
I know
a problem
Kareem Hunt's
since day one.
not even a fraction of what he is. But this team will not thrive. Hell, they will not win games if they can't get the run game going.
Speculation about
Breece
Hall, exactly, from the Jets. And Breece Hall was posting that all he wanted to do was get traded.
He wanted out.
And I think that Breece Hall on the Chiefs would have been lethal. I think they didn't trade.
I was terrified.
Yeah, I think they, especially an in-division trade like that for you.
I would have been terrified.
But I think the price was too steep. But I think he's absolutely worth a third-round pick.
But you know what? I hate when people say it's too steep, especially in this. If you were in the Chiefs front office, your mindset is that we have the best quarterback that's ever laid hands on pigskin, and our coach is the greatest coach to ever walk on that field. Is that draft pick really that special to you? I don't think there's any capital in the world that's not worth
a fourth and a third if it comes to winning the Super Bowl.
Dom, I would trade a second round for Breece Hall if I'm the Chiefs. What do you have to
Absolutely.
lose? You are chasing the Super Bowl. In your eyes, you have the team that's built to win it year in and year out. If you're a one running back away, take every pick I have. I don't care.
It's not like we're talking about Najee Harris here. We're talking about Breece Hall,
who at his best
doing
and
it on
healthy
the
is
Jets.
elite.
Imagine him on a good team.
Now, the Chiefs' offensive line, it's one thing I actually want to talk about, has been rather trash.
Welcome to the club.
But I do think that you hit me with your saying, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
I love when you do that. But I do want to say that I think even by the Chiefs' offensive line and the energy that it would provide knowing they have a Pro Bowl-esque running back, Breece Hall would perform lights out. In the Chiefs' offense, I do think it would work.
Yeah,
Andy Reid will find ways to make it work. They made it work with Le'Veon Bell for a couple weeks.
They were making it work with Pacheco when he wasn't hurt.
They made it work with nothing. They brought back Clyde Edwards-Helaire multiple times. But nonetheless, the Bills just came to play, and I'm happy. Now, Talia, I want to hear your thoughts on the game because it's your time to shine this week and next week. So
that's so true. I gotta watch a little more next week because
you did a lot of listening, not a lot of watching.
I slack this week for watching on Sunday. I usually try to.
That's because we had Halloween weekend and you were paying for it. So
yeah, I was. I slept all day.
But in the little bit that you did watch of the Bills, what were your thoughts on their win against the Chiefs?
They were. Wait. Let me get my words together because I didn't expect you to come to me right now.
I told you. You told me you wanted to watch. I was going to get to you. If
I
not,
was.
I can preface to you what happened in short, in my opinion.
They were quite a strong offense, I would say.
Yes,
they were
for sure.
The first quarter, the Chiefs didn't score at all.
No.
I saw that.
They didn't score until the second half either.
I was like, damn.
There was like 2 minutes left in the second quarter. They finally get points on the board. But no, like Ty just said, the Bills, after weeks of struggling, have finally put on an offensive performance.
Yeah.
There was one part that was actually very true by the broadcast team. There was a design run by Josh Allen that went for like 6 or 7 yards. And they said, wow, we haven't seen a designed run in weeks. I don't know how many times I have to say this. It's not about just Bo Nix. It's about every quarterback that has the ability. If your guy's ability is running the ball and it propels your offense, let him run the ball. Now, we learned with Jaden Daniels. Obviously, there's got to be some reason of learning how to protect yourself. But if Josh Allen, as we know, succeeds when we let him leave the pocket, then let him leave the pocket.
Absolutely.
And that's where I stand with it. But in short, the Bills got a much-needed win because I think if they lost this game, there's some serious question marks going into Week 10.
Yeah.
Because there's been some question marks around them for the last 4 weeks. So.
And then we'd have to hear how the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. Well, actually, before we move on, I guess I'll ask both of you. Are the Chiefs going to make the playoffs, and will we see this rematch?
They will make the playoffs, yes.
I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl, though.
I think they're going to be like second-round
not.
exits. I think they'll win their first game just out of...
The problem is they're going to
losing their first
surpass...
game.
Are the Jags still the 7th seed?
The Jags are not making the playoffs.
I was going to say, they're easily going to get the 7th seed at best. The Chiefs will find a way, and I'm not concerned about that by any means. Do they win the division? Probably. I hope not. No. And do they make the Super Bowl? Frick no.
Well, you had a pretty good lead on them right now, so
we got a 3-game lead.
Hopefully the Broncos can stay on top over there, because I would love to see that.
I would love to see us just win the division. That's a huge morale piece right there. That's the step in the right direction. Whether you make the Super Bowl or not this year, winning your division is always the right step to getting to be...
The NFC West is a nightmare right now, so... Every single team's like 6-2 except the Cardinals.
We're going to get to it right now, actually. The NFC is wide open. And with the NFC being wide open, we had J.J. McCarthy return. Dom's favorite quarterback of all time, J.J. McCarthy.
He'll suck next week.
The man himself took on the Detroit Lions, in which he I don't want to say manhandled, but he brought a win on a road game against a division rival, which you cannot ask a young, and I'm going to say rookie quarterback to do more than that. The Vikings went into Detroit to win 27-24, and that's where I say the NFC is yet again wide open. And the only true threat in my eyes are the LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
Listen, this game, I think the Lions found a way to lose this game.
And they do. They
because
always
you
get
look
themselves
at
behind.
J.J. McCarthy's stat line, it is nothing impressive. 14 of 25, 143 for 2 touchdowns and a pick. He had 9 rushes for only 12 yards and a touchdown. Cool. Absolutely, you can't downplay that. But 14 for 25, 143.
But Dom, this is just like the Jackson Dart effect.
Jared Goff had 25 for 37.
Did you see the juice, the emphasis on energy that the Vikings provided?
No, absolutely. I completely agree. I don't think J.J. McCarthy is playing good football. I think the morale boost he's bringing to the team is letting the team around him play better football.
That's a franchise quarterback. That's what the Broncos have with Bo Nix at times.
I think he's a franchise quarterback.
I think J.J. McCarthy is a franchise quarterback.
I do not think J.J. McCarthy is a franchise quarterback.
Did you see the way they treat him in the post-game reaction, like when they break it down in the locker room?
How they treat him and what he is are two different things.
He is winning them football games when he's on the field. Yes, he's had a couple losses, but okay, so 2 of them have been wins. And he's one of the most accurate passers for a guy his age with the amount of experience he has.
He went 14 for 25.
That's completion percentage. I'm telling you accuracy. We can't rely on accuracy relating to drops. If you go and watch the condensed highlights,
but if you have Jordan Addison
throws,
and Justin Jefferson, they are not dropping that ball.
What has Justin Jefferson been in the last 5 weeks? He hasn't recorded a touchdown since week 2. He comes in this game and records 6 catches and gets himself a touchdown. It's the first touchdown he's had in 5-6 weeks.
I'm going to be that guy because I have to stay consistent.
You're a Debbie Downer.
No, I have to be
consistent.
consistent.
You're a Debbie Downer.
The only reason Brock Purdy's good, which is why we're seeing Mac Jones do good right now, is because of the coaching staff and the people around him.
You're going to say
that is why J.J. McCarthy's doing good. When you have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison at receivers, two of the best in the league.
I wish Nick was here for this. Holy shit. J.J. McCarthy is a good franchise quarterback.
He is not. How? He's played 3 games. How can you say that?
Because when I watch this team with other quarterbacks, it hasn't been the same.
You cannot tell me that you can identify a franchise quarterback off 3 games.
I think that J.J. McCarthy will end up being a franchise quarterback.
No, I didn't
Everywhere
think so.
he's gone, he's won.
Listen, the best...
He won at IMG. He won at Michigan. He's right now winning in Minnesota. The small sample size we've got when healthy has been phenomenal. I will take wins any day over a backup quarterback who can't finish games like Carson Wentz.
The best ability is availability.
When you have the best receivers...
J.J. McCarthy missed his whole rookie season to injury.
What are you going to blame his results on injury?
Then came in and played 2 games this season. Went out again. The best ability is availability. J.J. McCarthy has not played a solid, clean game of football yet.
If the best availability... Wait, hold on. If the best ability is availability, then why has C.J. Stroud sucked for 2 years? Oh,
he's out right now.
Concussion. He has not been hurt up until this very point, and he could be back next week.
Because his team around him is crumbling. He doesn't have Jordan Addison or...
What did Carson Wentz do with Jordan Addison and Jay Jettas? Nothing. He didn't do nothing.
He had a broken shoulder the whole time he was playing. He couldn't lift his arm up above 6 inches.
Dog, that didn't happen until like the 3rd game of starting.
He's like 60.
Carson Wentz is like 60.
He's like 38.
Try that. He's not even 38. Oh my God, look this up. Carson Wentz age. You are actually freaking dude.
I think you're getting it faster than me. I'll let you go.
He's 32.
Yeah, 38 my ass.
Brother, that's so young.
J.J. McCarthy's a franchise quarterback, and the slander is unreal. I will take wins in the National Football League any day over some bum second-string quarterback who can't get any ball movement with the 2 best receivers in the NFL.
Listen, time will tell, but I disagree.
Time will tell, huh?
I disagree. Put this as a clip.
Oh, I'm going to. J.J. McCarthy will be a franchise quarterback. He is the Vikings guy. At least for the time being.
Too early.
At least for the time being, can you at least agree with me there?
No.
How?
How can you say that my argument is that J.J. McCarthy's a franchise quarterback and then come out to say for the time being?
No, I said, can you at least agree for at least for the time being?
No.
We just saw what he did with Carson Wentz. You're going to tell me that he's not the better option? You would rather start Carson Wentz over J.J. McCarthy.
Hold on.
Oh my God, folks, this is crazy.
Hold on.
Dom, you better have something good, because this week it ain't Nick coming at you. It's me. You better have something
I'm so
good.
scared.
You've got seconds to go on your little ESPN scavenger hunt and figure out what the hell you're about to say.
Hold on.
Yep, come on, whip
I
up
need
some
stat
knowledge.
news.
Oh, I need stat news for ball knowledge. Here, let me refresh you.
No, I want it for
Who are you
stats.
who are you going to compare him to? To Carson Wentz?
yeah.
What?
I'm gonna
3
put them
games
right
to
next each other.
5? Wow. Come on.
Hold on.
You always say that numbers don't tell the whole story,
They
Dom.
don't. They
but
don't.
here's the story I get when JJ McCarthy's in. The book ends on a happy winning. He wins the girl. Carson Wentz doesn't win the girl. So as far as I'm concerned, I'll take JJ McCarthy.
So Gabe's franchise quarterback has a 57.6% completion percentage.
He's based
with
in his first year.
444 passing yards in 3 games.
It's
Touchdowns
his first
and 4 interceptions
season with 3 games played, Dominic. He has played no ball and has shown so much.
How are you telling me he's a franchise quarterback?
He has already had a comeback victory. That was we're talking about in a division matchup.
All your arguments are debunking what you're telling me.
Another division matchup on the road. He beats Jared Goff, the Detroit Lions, who almost went to a Super Bowl a year ago.
How are you
the hottest team?
All the
last
stats
3
you're telling me
years.
are debunking what you're trying to argue.
How so?
He's only played 3 games. How can you tell he's a franchise quarterback?
Because the slander that he's not.
I've only seen sloppy quarterback play. That's all I've seen.
Okay, wait, hold on. Bear with me for a second. If he has 3 starts, he might have 4. But if he has 3 starts, and that's the narrative we're running with, and 2 of those are victories, would you rather win football or lose? But Carson Wentz had 200 passing yards.
A win's a win at the end of the day.
There we go. Case fucking closed. JJ McCarthy's the Vikings franchise quarterback.
You know this as well as I do. How do you feel when the Broncos barely sneak by beating the Jets?
And what did I tell you today? A win's a fucking win in the NFL. You take it where you can get it. We're 7-2. Your record is what you are, and you have to take that at the end of the day. Do I get sad and pissed off on the couch? Sure. That's the fan, not the fucking person viewing football from the standpoint of this.
Well, what matters is that you can get it done when the lights are bright, and the Bills have learned this the hard way.
JJ's done it bright in the bright lights twice. One was on primetime. This one was on the road in Detroit. What more could you ask from a 22-year-old kid who has almost no experience? He only played 2 years in college and immediately declared for the draft because all he does is win. He won at IMG.
Yep.
He goes to Michigan and wins a national championship. Say it's all on the run game. Say it's Blake Corum of why he won that. I don't give a fuck what your reason is. JJ McCarthy's one of the most accurate passers in the NCAA. He comes to the NFL. He's made 2 statement wins. The team looks juiced around him. Kevin O'Connell thrives when he's on that field, and every throw he's made are big-time NFL throws to the boundary. That some throws aren't even being made by. It took Daniel Jones 5 years to make some of these throws.
He was on the Giants. It doesn't count.
Bullshit!
Let me talk.
The Vikings haven't been shit till Kevin O'Connell got there. Oh my God, you're fucking nonsense right now.
We're ignoring his fumble problem. We're ignoring.
How can you ignore that? Are we going to ignore Sam Darnold's interception problem up until 2 years ago?
See, you and Nick have some fetish with bringing up Sam Darnold into every argument I try to argue about.
Because they're very similar cases.
No, they're not.
Sam Darnold started off very rough with the Jets, but everybody said he was going to be a franchise quarterback, and what is he right now? A franchise fucking quarterback.
True.
Okay, and he hasn't. Okay,
I'm not hearing much.
You just proved my point again.
Right now.
He was on the Jets. Everybody said he was going to be a franchise quarterback. It took him 6 or 7 or 8 years to get there.
Is he a franchise quarterback?
He's playing like one right now.
Is he a franchise quarterback?
He's playing like one right now.
Is he a franchise quarterback? Yes or no?
Yes.
I need to see him play for the rest of the season. I would love him at the moment.
This kid, when he sits on this recliner, and I know at home, when he's alone watching it with fucking Twinkies in his hand, is saying that he's a franchise fucking quarterback. So I will not sit here and you say, I need to see more of the season.
When you have
You want to be clowned like he was last year.
Consistency. We had this argument last year with Jordan Love and others about consistency. Well, you can come out and beat the Chicago Bears in your first game and throw 2 touchdowns and a pick, and then come out the next game
You make it sound like
and
it's
throw
some
2
chump
picks.
high school. Okay, so then what are the Detroit Lions? What are the Detroit Lions?
It's a good game.
Good game?
You just debunked half your bullshit.
I've been debunking half your bullshit since the first sentence you said.
No.
You're going around in circles and circles and circles. No. If you thought Sam Darnold was a franchise quarterback for the Jets, then this could be the exact same scenario for what we're seeing right now with J.J. McCarthy on the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy may come out a decade from now and be a franchise quarterback for some team, that means nothing for this season in the 3 games we've seen him play so far.
Are you done?
No, he's not.
You've been talking 90% of the fucking
All right, let me
time.
know when you're done.
Huh?
I'm listening, but let me know when you're done. No, continue. I want to make sure you get it. Don't eat my fucking Kit Kat, asshole. That's the first
Hey,
sign
give me
of.
one too.
That's the. No, his fat ass ate it all.
They're in the bag.
That's the first sign that you know you're wrong. Changing the subject and eating someone else's candy.
I'm not wrong.
You are wrong. This will be the 3rd clip we've made on this conversation. My thesis has been consistent on this kid from day one. He makes the big time throws. He is a good quarterback. This team thrives through him. They look different when he's on that field. I believe that J.J. McCarthy is a franchise quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't think so. End of story.
End of story.
End of story. All right, I guess we'll... okay, hold on. Before we move on. Will you acknowledge this if by the end of the season they've turned around and have a winning record?
I will make my public apology if J.J. McCarthy comes out to have a solid season and leads them to a winning record. Then yes, I will have a public apology.
But here's the other catch to that. Some teams, like the Lions 4 years ago, may not have a winning record, but have trended in the right direction, and you are solidified that's your guy based on certain scenarios.
Franchise quarterback leads you to wins, not losses.
Geno Smith wasn't your franchise quarterback, and he led you to 2 winning seasons, one of which didn't even touch the playoffs.
Okay, that's
Is he a franchise quarterback?
That's an argument for the opposite side. Tom Brady was a franchise quarterback and led his team to a winning record almost every single season he played out of all 20. So
What are you getting at? I'm asking you. You
Most
said
of
that
they
what
do
you
that,
said
though.
franchise quarterbacks in the winning record. So is Geno
Yeah.
Smith the franchise quarterback?
yeah. What are you asking? What are you
This
like?
year.
Just your
I'm blocking him
comparisons.
out. I'm
your
blocking him out.
comparisons don't make
Just
sense.
move on. I'm blocking him out. You're making me lose.
The
brain
Denver
cells.
Broncos headed into Houston, and where, well, I guess our win doesn't mean shit because Bo Nix plays like crap for the first 3 quarters in Dom's eyes. So, is it worth talking about this game? I don't know. Should I move on now?
Top scoring team in the fourth.
Should I
quarter.
move on now,
No.
or can I dive in a little bit?
Go
Damn,
ahead.
I didn't even get to my JJ McCarthy notes. I had to get it all out, argue with you. Damn, I really
dive
wanted my
in.
Kit Kat, asshole. Anyways, the Denver Broncos headed into Houston, in which, well, for the first 3 quarters, it was defensive. Well, I mean, let's be real. When you had the 2 best defenses in the league, arguably, because the Texans, I think, were first in points allowed,
Something like that. Yeah,
points against.
Statistically,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so let me rephrase that. Statistically, you have the 2 of the best defenses playing each other.
Yes.
This is the results you're going to get. If
Oh, yeah,
they're
low
truly
scoring
this
games.
good, you're going to
Yeah.
get low scoring. And really what it comes down to is what offense wants it more and what quarterback will step up when the lights shine, like Dom has said. In which you can sit here and you can say that Bo Nix is not the guy. You can say the Broncos are not a threat in the AFC, X, Y, and Z. I don't care. I'm tired of hearing it. It's exhausting. A winning quarterback finds ways to win, and the definition of a winning quarterback is Bo Nix. All he's done this season is win and has found ways to win. He is the best quarterback in the 4th quarter in the National Football League. He is the comeback kid. He's already got like 7 or 8 in his career, his short career, might I add, and is on pace to win his division and make a second playoff run, which would be the Broncos' second playoff run in 10 years, all under his leadership. So whether I like it or not, as Don mentioned earlier, yes, the Bronco fan side of me, when we're not recording and it's just Gabe who wears the jersey and lives vicariously through this team, was heartbroken, pissed off that we just keep running the same bullshit screen that leads to a Marvin Mims concussion and why he didn't play this week. That leads to Bo Nix being in uncomfortable situations where he can't throw accurately. That leads to Sean Payton not knowing when to run the goddamn ball with J.K. Dobbins, who only had 15 rushes, 61 yards. Had he had 20 or 22 rushes, how many more yards does he have?
Can have 100 yards.
I mean, every week we speculate when he averages 3.4 yards a carry. What could it be if you gave him the damn ball? And then R.J. Harvey has exploded onto the scene within the last 3 weeks, has had a touchdown in each of them, one of which was a hat trick week. Give the ball to your playmakers' hands rather than force-feeding it to Troy Franklin or Cortland Sutton, who had 2 major crucial drops.
on screens.
So, I mean, at the end of the
Not
day,
drops on screens,
at the end of the day, I do want to preface, Bo Nix is doing what is asked of him. That's to win football games. And he came out on the presser and said, it is not it's not a pretty win. But those unpretty wins are needed because those are the ones you win from. Because if you're finding ways to win in times where you suck, what does it look like when you're good? And that's what we got a taste of against Dallas.
And the Texans came out and put up a rather lackluster game with C.J. Stroud going out pretty early on the.
I'm going to ask you, was it a clean hit?
So I did rewatch the tape. Yes,
I think
it
so.
absolutely was.
It was
clean.
absolutely, and I love the rest
It may have been a little bit late, but at the end of the day, it hit him in the middle of the chest, and it was just a bad snapback.
Unfortunately,
of
his
the head
head
that
hit
led
the
to
turf.
concussion. Yeah.
I mean, it sucks.
It's going to happen. It's football. But Davis Mills comes in and plays all not that good and all not that bad. No mistakes, but only...
You could argue the ball was moved a little more than what the Cedar Stroud was doing in the first quarter.
17 for 30, 137. I mean, Nico Collins did the bulk of the work.
Yeah,
Dalton
and Dalton
Schultz.
Yeah.
So, I mean, small game offensively, big game defensively.
I do want to preface before you go, now that you touched on that. I mentioned earlier the Broncos. I want to share this stat with you guys. In quarters 1 through 3 this season, Bo Nix is scoring 14.3 points per game, averaging 5.8 yards per pass attempt, has a 10-5 passing touchdown to interception ratio, and 81.7 passer rating. That's in quarters 1 to 3 this season. In the fourth quarter alone this season, he's averaging 10.7 points per game, 6.9 yards passing per attempt, a 7-1 passing to touchdown interception ratio, and 105.3 passer rating. He's a whole different guy in the fourth quarter.
I think because Sean Payton goes, oh shit, we're losing. Maybe we need to start winning now.
So what does that say to me? In short, that means open the playbook up.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
They start getting aggressive in the fourth quarter because they say, we absolutely have to.
You could argue they're too aggressive at sometimes. If the screen doesn't work, what does he do? They have him throw it 40 yards downfield and it's overthrown.
Nah, it's 4th and 1. Let's throw a bomb.
And Bo, you did throw an ugly pick. You got to be able to see the field better. You cannot see the safety seal and still throw it. But what I will say is to follow up that interception, you threw a touchdown to Cortland Sutton. A beautiful ball. So I guess you redeem yourself and you get your get back. You get your get back when it matters. So nonetheless, the Broncos are 7-2 and in the best spot they've been in, a decade.
Tied for the best record?
Yes. Dom, your game, the game you were waiting for all weekend, prime time itself.
The Seahawks went to the state capital.
Kind of,
Maryland.
Maryland.
The next over state.
Talia's hometown.
Yeah.
She's from Maryland.
Nah, I'm born here.
I know, but you lived in Maryland. Sorry, you lived in Maryland, yeah.
So the Seahawks took the belt to the Commanders pretty much.
It was 28-0 at half, or right before half.
Yeah. Sam Darnold was the second quarterback in franchise history to ever throw for 17 for 17 and 4 touchdown passes in only the first 2 quarters of the game. And all around, offensively explosive. I don't think I've ever seen my offense just so effortlessly move the ball. Every single time Sam Darnold stepped back in that pocket, and the commentator showed it live, going through the progressions, 1 receiver, 2 receiver, 3rd receiver, doing the read, and it was fire, boom, perfect on the money. Again, a scary trend is you got 1 really bad throw a game. It was indecisive, and it was a good guy to throw the ball at, a terrible throw, though, and it went right into the defender's hands.
But the good thing is, he didn't let it impact the game.
Absolutely not. He came right back out ripping the ball afterwards.
And that's exactly my point was with Bo. If you can make a mistake, but it completely have memory loss and come back and reward the team with that mistake.
You played how you were before.
You can do is move on.
His stats were 21 for 24. 330 yards and 4 touchdowns with 1 pick.
Near perfect.
He didn't even play every snap of this game.
I had him in fantasy this week in my league with Talia at work, and arguably he's the reason why I won.
Yeah.
I scored 180 points this week.
The ball only touched the ground on 2 of those pass attempts. Think about that.
Dude, just look at JSN's stats alone.
JSN, 8 catches, 129 yards. He almost broke 100 by halftime.
I want to preface this. I even said this. JSN was routing up guys on routes he wasn't targeting.
Yeah.
He wasn't even targeted on routes, and he
was wide open, yeah.
And which Chris Collinsworth, quote, said, he's wider opener.
Yeah.
When he said that, I'm like, dog, what are we?
He's not wrong, though.
He's not. But what does that even mean?
Sounds like a first grader.
So, Cody White.
He's wide opener.
Cody White. 1 catch, 60 yards,
that's
1
that's
touchdown.
That's the play I was referring to.
His first NFL touchdown.
He's just ripping into
explosive.
Anyone
That was, I believe, in the 2-minute warning of the second half. It was out of the blue. I was not even expecting to score there.
And then Troy Horton. Dom said in the preseason, watch out. But I really did not honestly think he was going to come onto the scene to be.
I drafted him on my fantasy team because I said he's going to be special. I watched him in the preseason. Yeah. He played great. Now he's tied for Emeka Ibuka for the #1 in rookie passing.
Nick says it all the time. You can typically tell with the eye test if a guy has what it takes and it passes that pro ready look.
He's an Ohio State receiver, is he not?
I to be honest with you, I don't know where Troy Horton came from. I never even scouted or paid attention to scout reports. And that's one of the things I nerd out on come off season time. So
you did not. Okay, Nevada and Colorado.
Yeah, in Colorado. Yeah, I would say he wasn't above uniform at one point, I believe.
Yeah, so he came on. Teams were scared to draft him, so the Seahawks got him for a steal in the 5th round because of his injury past and ACL tears. Well, he's come out. He's got 4 catches for 48 yards and 2 touchdowns in one game.
Which is that's all you got to do.
And
when you're scoring, that's all.
It's not on the list, but Elijah Arroyo got his first
Oh,
ever career touchdown, and he's a rookie tight end. Another big
Who you
name
were
picked
huge
up in
on.
the draft.
You were
Yeah,
huge on.
yeah, and I mean, I cannot be happier with how this team played this past weekend. But unfortunate, we also sustained some injuries, especially.
So
on the
let me
defensive
ask
side
you
of the
this
ball.
question, Dom. I initially said out loud to myself, the guy cannot be in the game in this situation. But then I have changed my opinion then. But before I get to my thoughts, I wanted to ask you, should Jaden Daniels have been in the game still?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
He should have been in the game.
So
if you are a team like the Commanders
Yes.
coming off a season like this season, you have something to compete for. You do not give up. If
Not
you
even
give
this
up,
season.
it's such
Not
a
even-
bad precedent to set.
Not even this season. I use this as the example. The Bo Nix effect. Against the Giants, we should not have won that game. But because they kept him in and you made him play all 4 quarters, which is what you're drafted to do, we got the historical comeback that we now talk about 3 weeks later. That said, Jaden Daniels put up historic numbers and performances a season ago. They went deep in the playoffs in his rookie season.
Yeah.
That is more the reason why the guy needs to stay out there, because he's the reason your team has the opportunity to be in this position. Now, Jaden Daniels has not played much football this year. So for those of you saying there's no need for him to be out there, yes, there is. He's
Absolutely,
only in
he
his
should have been
second
out there.
season. He hasn't had a lot of reps. He needs to get them. If they score on that drive and he doesn't get hurt, and they get the ball back, whether it's an onside kick or a defensive stop, arguably you could get the ball back with 5 or 6 minutes left, maybe 4, and still try and work your way around and come back and win.
Yeah.
You take him out there, all that tells me is Dan Quinn has no confidence and threw in the white towel with 7 minutes to go.
Yep.
I understand it's unfortunate. Hindsight's 20/20. You can't sit there and say he shouldn't be in the game at that point in time when you look at the whole situation as a whole.
You cannot give up.
If I was
Especially a
Dan
team
Quinn,
that
I'd have done
caliber.
the same damn thing, because if I believe in my guy and I believe in this team, I'm
Yep.
keeping them all
It
out
was
there.
a freak accident. It's
And it's
football.
unfortunate. It really is.
It's part of the
but,
game.
You know, Dom said earlier, the fortunate thing is there was no ligament damage, no nerve damage,
Yeah.
no tears.
So just a complete dislocation.
there is optimism that whether this season might not be what they hoped for, that there is still a future with
You
him.
may see him back by the end of the season, which will be great news. For
I just
their
pray,
future.
and I need to say this. I pray, no matter what the case is with the Commanders, I cannot watch him be the next RG3. Because RG3 was one of the most exciting prospects, and as a kid when I was little and I didn't know any of the in-depth details of football, I purely watched it for the entertainment purposes. I loved RG3.
Yeah.
I used to have a poster of him in the pink running out. His career fell flat because of mismanagement of a player usage. I don't feel that that's what this is necessarily, but to see him be in the same team and provide the same flash of pizzazz that RG3 provided the Redskins at the time breaks my heart to know there's an opportunity that Jaden Daniels could be in the same situation he was. Now what, 12 years later? I cannot see that happen. So I pray that Jaden Daniels works. I pray that these injuries stop, and I pray that he does not go through what RG3 or what Joe Burrow is currently going through now and can just have a longevity-filled career with success and be the guy we saw last season. Because at the end of the day, I want good, entertaining football, and I want competitive play.
Absolutely.
And those are my final thoughts on that game. I mean, other than that, like Dom said, Seahawks brought belts to ass.
Gotta
Maryland.
come back from the injuries, get healthy, and get ready for next week.
And that's all you really can do. Marcus Mariota, it's step up and be ready. That's all.
Yep.
That's what it is in football. Next guy up. Moving on. We have our now that we're done with week 9, we have our top 10 ranked teams blindly by yours truly, Talia. So, Talia, Dom's going to give you 5 teams. I'm going to give you 5 teams. You're going to rank them where you feel they fit blindly
Okay.
based on what you've heard, seen, and know.
So number 1, the first team I got for you, my
Yeah.
beloved Seahawks. Where would you rank them on a scale 1 to 10 in the football league
I'm gonna do 10
currently?
just to spite you, but I'm not gonna do that.
Ooh, wow.
That would have been diabolical.
No, just
Here, I'll type it for you
just
so
a
you
little
can think.
spite. Oh, I'm gonna put them at 5.
5.
I think I'm 5.
Wow.
Wow.
Not
I
bad.
don't know who else is on the list, so I'm going to go straight middle.
play
with the
safe,
First
play safe.
one, you know,
Nick and Dom have their strategies, and it works. So
Next up, we have
Yeah.
the LA Rams.
Rams.
Be careful with this one.
I think I want to go
Yeah.
lower. I think I'll go 7.
Okay.
7,
Okay.
okay.
I like that answer. Respectable. Next up, we got the Colts.
Colts. I feel like Colts are doing decent, but not too good either.
They got tied for the best record in the league right now.
They are.
7-2.
yeah, but there's multiple now.
They just came off a pretty ugly loss though.
They did.
5 turnovers.
So there's
for
a lot
Daniel
to keep in
Jones.
mind with this
That's
team.
the only game I
It's the
watched.
first time
Massive
that,
trades were made today, but a big
I'm
loss was
not-
taken this past
It's
week.
the first time that every team in the NFL has at least 2 losses since 2010.
We're back in the good days.
Yep.
Damn. I'm gonna go with 4.
4? All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did watch their loss on Monday. I was like, oof. I was hoping they won, but
And we
they
got
did not pull through.
the Bills.
Bills. I'm gonna go 3.
3?
Feeling a 3 for that one.
All right.
And my final one for you, a team that is also 7-2, the New England Patriots.
Ooh, I'm gonna go 6.
Wow.
I feel like they're not 2.
People are about to come at you for that
Listen,
one, but I'm
I am
okay with it.
a
Dom, take over
Patriots
type it
fan.
for me.
Like that's the team I usually root for because that's what my family roots for. So
All right, I'm about to hit you with my truly, the Denver Broncos.
I'll go with 1, low key.
Whoa!
No, I'm going 2.
Are
Still,
you kidding
the
me?
Denver Broncos at 2, baby.
Are you doing that to make him happy?
Oh, motherfucking
I'm about to
Knicks.
piss you off.
Are you serious?
You're damn right. She said it. Lock it
You're
in
gonna
2.
put the
Bo
Broncos
Knicks.
over the Bills?
Let's
And
ride.
the Colts?
Well, I can't.
The Colts beat the Broncos.
Bullshit. Who cares? She said it. Hey, that's her ranking. I love it.
That's some bullshit. That's favoritism
Someone's got
and a
sour
half.
grapes right now.
I do have sour grapes.
Next up, Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm gonna go 8.
8? Okay. I can see that. I can go
You're
with that
gonna.
recently.
Wow.
This is about to get interesting, Dom. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bucks are doing good. They're doing decent.
They're getting their wins where they can.
Bucks
They started
beat the
off
Seahawks.
hot, but it's been an injury battle for them.
I feel like they're not number 1, so I'm gonna go 9.
Okay.
Wow. Holy cow.
Did I add too many teams? Did I mess it up?
No, he messed
You
it
messed it
up.
up. You're
I
tripping me
messed
out.
it up. Yeah, I had another number.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. Now you got to be careful with this because
If
your
put this
boyfriend's
at
a
one,
Steelers fan.
You're diabolical.
True. I don't even know what the last one is.
They barely make this list. How are you going to put them at number 1?
They just beat the Colts.
So they just fucking lost to the Packers the week
I don't
before,
give a
and the
shit.
Packers can't barely beat the Titans. Or whatever team it was.
The Steelers are at 10, meaning, Talia, the team you put at number 1 in the NFL for your top 10 rankings heading into Week 10 is the Detroit Lions.
It's respectable.
I'll keep it.
I don't mind the Lions
I
being
low-key
this
like
high,
it.
but they're coming off their loss, so it's a little,
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of like it up there.
I
It
personally,
kind of just
Lions.
it goes off everyone's flavor, really, is what it is.
I'd put the
I
Colts
got-
at 1. I'd go.
Broncos in 2, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
No, I would go Colts, Bills, Eagles.
Whoa!
Patriots.
What?
Eagles up that high. I wouldn't put Eagles up.
You don't have
that
the Seahawks up in the first 4?
I think Seahawks are at number 5. It's pretty healthy for them.
high. Wow.
I'm shocked. I thought you were gonna put them in 1 or
Hey.
2 because of how you've been feeling lately.
I mean, they've been playing good, but
You did say competition matters. So.
yeah, they haven't beat. They lost to the Bucks, and that
True,
was the proven
true,
team they
true.
played so far. So we'll know once we see them play
We
the
will.
Rams, whenever the hell that happens.
We will. My top 10. I'm not even gonna give it to you. This is my top 10. This is my one week to take a break from the blind rankings and all that. But Talia, you just made my night putting the Broncos at 2, though. I appreciate
I just
that.
really like to piss
She
off
did that
Dom
on
too.
purpose.
Well, it
It's
makes
kind
for
of-
great content.
It's kind of
so.
fun.
Broncos country. Let's ride. All right, Talia.
You are a Bronco.
That's why you're
You
still
are a
paying Russell
Bronco.
Wilson.
Nick's not here. We had to do it for him. And we didn't get to do it today because the trade down. We didn't even trade for anyone, so we couldn't even get to fucking say it. Oh
Yep.
my
Good thing he's not here
god.
then.
The number 2
Oh my
Broncos
God.
making a Super Bowl run, trading for nobody.
We need to get a fucking big whop. You are a Broncos sound key button on the audio board.
yeah,
Cue it.
Yeah,
Cue it.
Pre-recorded music.
All right. Talia decided this. So we both work at a liquor store, of all places. That is one of our jobs, one of our many jobs. And we had a work league where it was a $20 buy-in. Nothing too high, but enough to get involved and have some fun. Talia has never done fantasy. Didn't want to do it at first, but our manager talked her into it. And I didn't
She was like,
even-
"It's my first time too." So
Yeah.
I was like, "Well."
I didn't even get to give Talia any tips or pointers, but I
I
found
said I
out
didn't want it. I didn't want to
Yeah.
do any research. I didn't look anything up. I just went.
you winged it.
I went based off of what y'all say all
So
the
I
time.
found out days after the draft that she did this based on things she's heard, seen us talk about in social media or what she hears on TV. This is all just going with the flow and doing whatever feels fits. So Talia, I want you to highlight your fantasy success as you're first in our league right now.
I am.
Like comfortably first.
I am.
And your
I am-
strategies and when you drafted this team and some of the moves maybe you've made if you remember them by the waivers.
By the way, I don't know.
Like what you pick up each week or drop each week.
Yeah. So right now I'm 7-2. First of all, for my
For your
win
record.
and losses. But for my players, of course, I had to go Bo Nix because I wanted to steal him from Gabe before he got to him.
Yeah, she
This
thought I was gonna
is-
take him. I don't take him. But
This is a
No, I
Broncos
just-
glaze fest.
I'm here for
Hey, I
it.
got two other Broncos on here too. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
You have
there's more.
more. I forgot about this. There's two of them.
I have Cortland Sutton too, as well as Bronco, of course. Dewa
Just
Samuel,
dropping.
and I got Jonathan Taylor and Christian McCaffrey.
I don't
JT.
know who let you get those two. but
I don't know, but they've been getting me.
We're only in a 10-man
points.
league. We're only in a 10-man league. Actually,
Still,
technically-
either way,
Yeah.
how the
Well,
hell do you end up with both?
Most people weren't even picking theirs. They were all bots, and I'm like, what is
Well, okay,
this?
well, can we preface something? Me and Jordan and Declan, I'm name dropping everyone. We all did not have service, and so it auto picked the first 6 picks for us.
There were some others that weren't just picking at all.
Yeah,
I
Mason
was-
too.
I
Some
think-
of us had some technical difficulties. It was fair weekend up north in New England.
Some people were
We
just like,
celebrate
I'm
fairs.
not doing it. Like I'm just gonna let it go.
Yep,
And I was
But
like, I'm not
but
gonna
but
do
the
that.
AI picker did do a decent
I'm on
job.
the
for
Ferris
some
wheel,
people.
guys. Sorry, I can't pick my draft picks.
I mean, hey.
Yeah.
But who else you got on that team?
I got Sam Laporta. I don't know how to say his last name. David
David Njoku.
Njoku.
Yep.
Every time
Stud.
I work with Declan.
No,
I
he's
always
been
ask him
terrible
to-
for me.
I know, but he's a stud. I wanted. Well, yeah. In
I
fantasy,
honestly
he's
don't
not,
play him
but-
that much, but
Yeah,
this
he's
week I'm
been
playing
terrible.
him because
I dropped
the guy
him.
I usually have up there, usually have Javonte Williams up there.
I got AJ Barner
He's
and
on a
David.
bye
Javonte
week.
just killed me this past week. So
Yeah, he did not do good for me. But usually he does pretty good. So
I want to hear your philosophy. So you picked Bo Nix obviously because you hear me talk about him day in and day out.
yeah.
You took Cortland Sutton because he's a fellow Bronco. I don't know if we've ever really talked about him in front of you.
Don't know. I also have
What about some of the other guys
Marvin
you picked?
Mims,
Like, oh gosh, she's got
Jared
Marvin's.
Goff.
Jared Goff. Yeah,
I have for my kicker. I have Chase McLaughlin.
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 Yeah, you had it better than Don probably.
And I got
would've
Buffalo
McLaughlin.
defense. Good. I also, for me, I picked last, so I picked double each
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
so
we
it was
did, yeah.
hard for me
Yep.
to do
Yeah.
because I had no strategy and didn't realize I was picking twice at once. So I was going everyone and then back.
Now, are
at
any of these
everyone.
players waiver wire pickups? So people you've picked up that other people have dropped, or are these all people you drafted and you're just riding it out?
Everyone on my starter, I'm pretty sure I've already had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except for Chase. I switched him out. I don't know who my first one was. I know I had Tyler Loop for a little bit, but
Oh yeah.
yeah,
But
Buffalo.
so your kicker, which is normal. That's normal. Yeah, you usually switch them out.
Buffalo I've always had, and I picked up the Raiders for their bye week. I picked them up the week before, and they
I
got
wouldn't
me.
wanna touch
They
that.
got me 22 points for that week though, and it was like the week before the.
Who
it
the
was-
hell did they play?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't have them anymore because I
Yeah.
got them off right away. I was taking a good chance on it because it was getting everyone else like.
Who the hell did the Raiders play to get
point.
22 points?
I think it was 22. I can't. Yeah, to look it up
The
again.
Jags, right?
No, the Jags beat them by 1.
I don't know. I don't know who it was.
They've sucked every week.
It was the one week they just didn't really suck. I guess for
The Titans.
For
It must have been the
fantasy.
Titans. Yeah, they only let up 10 points and got the dub 2 weeks ago.
Makes sense.
No,
Yeah.
no. I think it was more than 2 weeks ago.
Every other week before that, they've been trash.
Well,
I hate to break it to some people in the room who are Raiders fans, but you know. Yeah. I mean, here let me announce the scores for
it
you.
was week 6.
They let up-
They gave me 22 points.
Yeah, against the Titans. I was right. October 12th. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
3 weeks
20
ago.
to 10.
I picked him up that week. Well, the week before the games, and then I had
Damn,
him
they
on.
let up 40 points twice this week or twice this year.
And then I had them for the next week where they only gave me 1 point. But at
Yeah, I
least
wouldn't- I
they
wouldn't stick
were
with them.
positive.
Are there any other names on your team that you picked due to us talking about, or just the Broncos stable players?
I think those are it. I feel like
So simply off
Christian
winging it,
McCaffrey
then.
and Jonathan
She
Taylor. I
wish
feel like I've heard
she
y'all say.
wishes
Yeah.
she had JSN. I do too.
Well, I mean, I do too. Yeah, with that. Come on, that's an understatement.
My
I would
team's
kill to
winning.
get
My team's
JSN.
winning.
My best receiver is no, I got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I can't complain.
And then what's the second place record at the moment?
It is, I think, 6-3. Who
Yeah,
I just beat this guy a few weeks ago when we did
I
a
feel
match
like
of the
you've
week.
comfortably got this league in the bag, unfortunately for me. I thought this would be my league to shine.
Then the guy I'm playing this week, it's a matchup of the week because we're both.
Yeah, you're the two best in the league right now, yeah.
We are, so we're.
Dom, you're on your fantasy team. What you got over there? You cooking
Hey,
up
you're
some?
4th. Look at that.
I know,
Don't worry.
finally.
5-4.
I'm coming in at 3-6, but I just dropped the
Started off
140
0-4.
burger. So
Yeah.
got my claims pending. I was able to pick up Cale Williams off of
Yeah, plus some
waiver,
points, though.
and he just dropped 40 points for me this week, so I can't complain too much.
That almost went really
Yeah.
bad. Oh, my God.
The cup's empty. Don't worry, guys.
Okay. All right. So normally we do our week 2 2-minute drill with Dom, but here we go. We have been going over a little bit, and and I said this. Nick is not here.
It's already in a regular episode.
We have Talia. Let's take some risks for once. Well, we have the time to do so. Let's take some risks. We're gonna try week 9 one-liners. So week 9 in one line, I'm gonna give Dom the game and who won, and he's got to give me that game and either a phrase or one line, and we're gonna see how this goes. All right?
Yep.
So first, we have the Ravens versus the Dolphins, in which the Ravens won 28-6.
Lamar Jackson's comeback game.
All right. 49ers versus Giants. Niners take the dub 34-24.
The 49ers rode the Giants to a victory.
Chargers versus Titans. Chargers win 27-20.
Chargers shocked the Titans back to the heavens where they came from.
Okay. Patriots, versus Falcons. Patriots win 24-23.
28-3.
Question mark? Steelers versus Colts. Steelers, surprisingly, get the dub 27-20.
The Steelers were terrible last week, but they're good this week.
Are they? Are they going to continue to be good?
We'll never know.
Bears versus Bengals. Game of the year, question mark.
God.
Bears get the dub 47-42.
The defensive face-off in which the Bears determine that defense is optional if you can just keep scoring.
Panthers versus Packers. Panthers with the dub 16-13.
The Panthers upset the Packers, in which apparently the cheese curds got curdled a little too much.
What?
You wrote cuddle.
I fixed it. I knew what I meant.
Yeah.
I knew what I meant.
Moving on, we had the Rams versus the Saints, in which the Rams get the dub 34-10.
The Saints are dog shit, Gabe.
When did I say that?
2025.
When did I say that?
The beginning of this episode.
Did I actually?
Maybe before we started
Did you
rolling,
did you
but-
take the inspiration from the very get-go?
Yes, I did.
Wow, okay, cool. Jags versus Raiders. Jaguars win 30-29.
Yeah, you're saying this?
Gino his ass.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen that
true.
Instagram post, but is Gino like posted up for
They've
his
all seen it. It's
photos?
on Football Forever.
Yeah.
It's on Football
And
Forever.
it's just the words in big, bold, ass. And I thought that was the funniest shit ever when I saw it.
And then we have the Cardinals to finish off Week 9 taking on the Cowboys, which the Cardinals actually walk away with a victory, winning 27-17.
The Cowboys can't even figure out how to ride a horse. Never mind a bird.
I'm just going to let that one ride in silence. That was our Week 9 one-liners. I think we continue it. I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit
I kinda
different than
like
like
it.
the
You'll
2-minute
see it next
drill.
week again. At
Yeah,
least.
we're gonna
Bears versus
continue it.
Bengals, the first drive, 99-yard touchdown. That was cool.
Yeah.
I was watching that.
Well, I was
like,
going to say, we
damn.
need to invest in the second TV. So we had the Broncos on in here, and then we kept hopping in there to look at Red Zone. And we're talking about getting a second TV mount for right there, and we're going to have 2x2. One for Red Zone, one for one
Yeah,
game.
I like
Two
that, I like
TVs. That's
that.
the way to go, guys.
I think that's what we're going to have to do.
Let's
A
get a third
studio
one.
isn't a football
Let's skip
studio
three.
unless you got
One,
two.
Not yet.
two,
Not yet.
three.
I mean, 3 might be a little over.
Maybe 4.
Well,
No,
maybe
4 can fit. Trust.
Yep,
Trust me.
4 TVs.
4 TV. Yeah, so the door can slam into it when I'm pissed off in the Broncos. If you haven't seen it, go check out the Instagram. Take a follow while you're at it. Moving on to our Week 10 pick'ems. I still can't go over that. It's already Week 10. But a little record update for you guys. I'm still in first place, an 88-47 record. If Nick was here, he'd be pissed off because he does not like it. Nick, though, within 3 games is 85-50. And Dom, this is where it's really interesting. You are this much closer now to getting back in the race and maybe surpassing Nick with an 84-51 record.
Only 1 game behind Nick, 4 behind Gabe.
And you
Can flip it a
you
week.
were down by like 6 or 7 like 2 weeks ago.
Come back.
So you're coming back. So to kick off Week 10 on Thursday night primetime, we've got the Las Vegas Raiders heading into Mile High to take on the Denver Broncos. We're not going to do it this week. I want to, but we don't have Nick to do it. Me and Dom and Nick all went the Broncos. Talia, who did you pick?
I want the Broncos as well.
So Broncos across the board. Just, picture all 4 of us, I guess, saying it in your head.
Yeah.
You got any thoughts?
No.
Bo motherfucking Nick's go get that dub.
Gino's ass.
Gino is ass and Bo Nix is him. End of discussion. Moving on, we've got the Falcons taking on the Las Vegas, the Indianapolis Colts. And again, all Colts across the board. Talia, who'd you go?
Colts.
Okay, so
Danny
we really have Colts
Dimes
across
coming
the board.
back.
Yeah.
Now we have this is the shitter bowl. This is really to figure out who is the worst in the league. Who's the bottom feeder of the NFL? We have the Cleveland Browns taking on the New York Jets. Me and Nick with the Jets. Dom, you with the Browns. Why?
Why would the
why?
Jets win after just giving up every good piece they have? I'm
You've got-
sorry, Garrett
Nah,
Wilson
you
cannot
have to have
carry this
trust
team
in them.
on
I
his
have trust
back.
in them
You have
this week.
nothing left to lose. They're going to bring it all out there. Aaron Glenn's going to show
Who's
something
gonna bring it
we've
all out
never
there? They
seen.
got nobody left.
They still have Garrett Wilson. They still have Brees Hall. You still
Who's
have
gonna-
Justin Fields.
Who's
As Nick
gonna
says
throw
is
the ball to
great.
Garrett Wilson?
Justin Fields.
He
Nick-
can't throw a ball. He's better blindfolded.
Nick said he is him.
Okay, sure, whatever.
We gotta act as Nick and Spirit. Talia, who did you go?
The Jets.
Hey!
Wow.
Thoughts?
You guys will see what happens.
We will see what happens.
will.
Time will tell. We have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Me, Dom, and Nick went the Panthers across the board. Talia, who'd you go?
I also went the Panthers.
Okay, so right now we're keeping it pretty consistent on the Jets and Browns. Next, we have the New England Patriots going into Tampa, unfamiliar climate, to take on Baker Mayfield and the Bucks, in which me, Nick, and Dom went the Bucks across the board. Talia, against your hometown team. Who is it?
I went the Patriots.
Of course you did. I knew you were gonna fucking pick Drake May. Oh, I love it.
We'll see.
I hate the New England Patriots. I hope that MVP Baker Mayfield just goes off. I hope Emeka Egbuka comes back. I miss Bucky Irving. I really do. But Rashad White, you will get it done for me. Go Bucks. Following that, we've got the purple and gold versus the purple and gold Baltimore Ravens heading into Minnesota to take on my guy, J.J. McCarthy. But unfortunately, I have J.J. McCarthy taking the loss this week. We went the Ravens across the board. Talia, who did
Franchise
you go?
I
quarterback.
went the
taking a
Vikings. The Vikings. I personally don't like the Ravens
Neither do I.
because my
Interesting.
bus driver in Maryland used to make fun of me and my siblings because we like the Patriots and he liked the Ravens. He goes, the Patriots are so stupid, whatever. I'm like in elementary school and this bus driver's making
So
fun
you're
of
just
me.
wearing what your parents put you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bus driver making fun of me was like really, really a downfall. So I
Well, look,
so I have
if
to
the
go against
Vikings
them
do
now
end up
from now
winning,
on.
I'm happy because that just means my guy gets to come on this show and, give J.J. McCarthy his flowers.
You gotta
But-
win more than one game.
Yeah.
Okay, well, eventually it'll get there, right? One after another, You gotta take one step at a time, bud. How do you think babies learn to walk? You gotta fall a couple times.
Move on.
Moving on to AFC East, we've got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins, in which we went the Bills across the board. Talia, who did you go?
I went the Bills as well.
There we go, keeping it strong. Giants heading into Chicago after Chicago just got a huge statement win. Me, Nick, and Don went Bears across the board. Talia, who did you pick?
I went the Giants.
Damn.
I don't
I
hate
don't
it.
know,
I don't
No,
I
hate
have a
it.
feeling,
this game
I
could
have
go
a
either
feeling.
way.
I don't hate it because I did sit here for a second a little confused. I'm like, well, you never know.
I thought about it.
Even without Cam, you have to sit there and think, can Dart get it done?
If the Bears didn't have the game they just did, then I would have went with
I
the
probably would have
Giants,
went Jackson
but
Dart and the Giants as well, yes.
I can't take the Bears. I
I'm
mean, I
feeling
can't
it.
take
I'm
the Giants
feeling
after
it.
that win.
I don't hate the pick at all. Well, it could go either way, like Dom said.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on back to the AFC, we got the Jags taking on the Texans in a divisional game in which me and Dom went the Jags. Nick, however, went the Houston Texans, despite
He's not here
loss
to
they just
defend
took.
himself, so I can't rip into him too hard.
Nah, I'll defend him. I also won the Texans.
but-
I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know why.
Oh.
Bless you.
You're going to bless
Thanks.
after interrupting you?
Yeah. I'm too nice.
There's more where that came from.
No,
There's more where that came from.
but
Yeah.
All right.
I have a strong feeling for the Texans this week. I don't know why.
I support it. Whatever.
It's
Fine.
like I had the feeling I had for the Jets the other week.
This low-key could go either way, too, just like the last one. So, I mean, it's not
Get onto my
far-fetched.
team.
Yeah.
Now we've got the Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks, in which we went the Seahawks across the board.
Yeah,
Talia,
baby.
who did you go?
The Seahawks.
Good.
I thought she was gonna pick the
Good
Cardinals
pick.
just to
Good
piss
pick.
me off.
I would have. I almost said it, but then I was like, no.
No, you gotta go the safe pick. You know the Hawks are gonna win.
I hope.
You act like you had something else to say there, and then you just stopped with "I hope" and
I hope.
a lack of breath. All right, we've got the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders, who will not have their starting quarterback, not have their starting cornerback, not have their one of their receivers, and
Not have anything.
Not
They're
have
like the
anything.
49ers.
They're not have anything. And well, we went the Detroit Lions across the board. Talia, who did you go?
The Lions as well.
Okay, cool. So we're keeping it consistent still.
Yeah.
Moving on to an NFC West matchup. This one's huge for the record books. Dom, I know you'll have your eyes on this one. We have the LA Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers, in which we went the Rams across the board. Talia, who did you pick?
The 49ers.
Interesting. I mean, they have been figuring out ways to win scrappy ways.
I don't think they're going to
Even
win
with
this
Mac
individual game,
Jones.
I
though.
feel
I don't-
one coming from.
I don't think the Rams
If
would.
they do, it'll be huge. It really will be huge. But moving back to the AFC, we have the Steelers taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. And I am the lone wolf right now, at least as I know. And I went the old 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers to take down Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers, whereas Nick and Dom went Jay Herbo and the Chargers to get the victory.
Yeah, you're a little bit
Talia,
hopeful there, buddy.
I also
who did you get?
Went the Steelers as well.
Perfect. I need this team to win for the sake of my sanity, and I really do think Aaron Rodgers can get it done if he just got it done against the Colts,
I feel
which
it.
is
I feel
presumably
it.
the strongest team in the NFL right now, or was. And to finish off Week 10, we have the Philadelphia Eagles, who have a loaded defense yet again, taking on what we thought was a loaded defense in the Green Bay Packers, in which me and Dom went the Philadelphia Eagles. Nick, who is not here to defend himself, somehow went the Green Bay Packers. Talia, who did you go?
That's what the Packers.
Wow.
Me and Nick are like on the same wavelength.
Packers is a little rich for me in this pick. I don't know that I
Yeah.
could go this
I don't
route,
know
but I
why.
don't
It
hate
just-
it. I don't hate it.
You know, the
They have
Giants
strong
beat the Eagles,
feelings.
so it's possible.
It is
Or
right.
anything's possible.
Look, you know, I think it was you who said it at like 3 weeks ago. We're at a point in the league now where I don't even think I know football anymore.
I don't
I
know what
say
team's
one
good.
thing and the complete opposite happens.
Yeah.
It's week to week. Anything can happen on any given Sunday. But guys, that is all we have for episode 53. What did we think? I think that was pretty damn smooth. Talia, what did it feel like to be on this side of the mic for that long?
Pretty good. I'm gonna prepare myself a little better for next week.
Dude, I think we did good. You did. I mean, come on. This is your first full season actually paying attention to football, being around
Yeah.
the lifestyle, the environment, all of it. So
True.
it can only get better
I
with
was sitting
time.
on the floor with my mom the other night watching football. She goes, "If you would have told me last year that we would be sitting on the floor watching football together, just me and her," she was like, "I wouldn't have believed you." I was like, "You're so right. I
That
wouldn't
warms
have
my
believed you
heart,
either."
man. We're getting football. We're building the camaraderie that is football love. You know, the love of football
It's
for
just-
the love of
just
football.
I almost said father, but it's actually not true. My brother is the only one ever, and we just hear him scream, and we're like, "What is he doing?"
Well, now you know. Do you
He's-
scream yet? We got to get you to the point where you're screaming too.
No, I do intensely watch it because I have a black line on my screen,
I have
so
seen
I
that.
can't,
I have
I
seen
can't see part of it. So I'm like trying to move around it, even though I can't because it stays still. Of
Well,
course.
the hope is that with time you will become more invested, and hell, next week you might be a pro expert and have ball
Yeah,
knowledge.
Nick's
And
getting
if
off.
you don't,
I'm replacing him.
I can
Ball
direct you to the
knowledge.
sign of ball knowledge.
Yeah, you might have to move it over here.
I will move it. We can get a little A-frame over here and put it right there so you can
Yeah.
reference it.
Ball
But
knowledge.
if you ever want to collab with the Turf Talk Podcast, work with us, sponsor us, let us be an ambassador for you, please reach us at gamedownpodcast@gmail.com. That is the best, most timely manner way for any of us to get back to you, message back and forth in a professional way. Follow on all socials so you never miss any content, uploads, or anything exciting as we're ramping it up, keeping a consistent schedule, making sure there's always something out there, whether it's, truthful content, heated content, or rage bait. We had it all for you on the Turf Talk Podcast, so make sure you're following on all socials, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and hell, I might even get the Twitter back up going if y'all show the love for it. And without further ado, we will see you next week for episode 54, where yes, we will be missing Big Wop, but Miss Talia Nor will be filling in, and we've got some good
Yes.
segments planned already, so please stay tuned. We will see you next week. So join the huddle and join the talk with the Turf Talk Podcast.